Your name is on a property deed right now. Someone you trust is working in secret to remove your name from that document. They have been meeting with lawyers behind your back. Papers are being prepared that you know nothing about. Phone calls are being made when you're not around. This person believes they can take what belongs to you without you ever knowing. They think you're too trusting to notice what they're doing, but the truth is coming out now. Their plan is about to be exposed. The property you have legal rights to is worth more than you realize. They know this. That's why they're moving so fast to cut you out completely. Time is running out to protect yourself. Once those papers are filed, it may be too late to stop them. You need to know what they're really doing and why they're doing it now. Your name didn't get on that property deed by accident. Someone put it there for a very good reason. Maybe it was a family member who wanted to protect you. Maybe it was part of an agreement you made years ago. The person trying to remove you was there when your name was added. They agreed to it back. Then they even encouraged it at the time. But now everything has changed. Their situation has changed. Their feelings toward you have changed. Their need for money has changed. Have you noticed they've been acting different around you lately? Maybe they avoid talking about family business or property matters. Perhaps they change the subject when certain topics come up. Maybe they've been asking strange questions about your future plans, or suggesting you don't really need to worry about complicated legal stuff. These are not innocent conversations. They are testing you. They want to know how much you know and how much you care about your legal rights. If they succeed in removing your name, you will lose everything connected to that property. No more legal claim, no more rights, no more financial security from that asset. The money you thought would be there for your future will disappear. The inheritance you expected will vanish. The safety net you counted on will be gone forever. Right now, legal papers are sitting on someone's desk waiting to be filed. Documents that will erase your name from official records. Forms that will transfer your rights to someone else. They have already paid lawyers to prepare these documents. Money has already been spent to make this happen. The legal process is already in motion. You have days, maybe weeks, before this becomes permanent. Once those papers are filed with the county, reversing the process becomes much harder and much more expensive. They are counting on you not finding out until it's too late. They believe you won't check public records. They assume you won't ask the right questions. But you're learning the truth right now while you still have time to act. Like this video right now to unlock the protection strategies you need to save your property rights. The person trying to remove your name is facing serious money problems you don't know about. They have debts they can't pay, bills that keep growing, financial pressure that keeps them awake at night. They see the property with your name on it as their way out. In their mind, you don't really need it. You don't deserve it as much as they do. You won't miss what you never really had for months. They have been meeting with real estate agents to find out what the property is worth. They've been talking to lawyers about how to remove your name legally. They've been planning every detail of this process. They told these professionals that you agreed to give up your rights. They claimed you don't want to be bothered with property ownership. They said you asked them to handle everything for you. All of these statements are lies, but the lawyers and agents believe them because this person sounds so convincing and confident. They have already chosen which legal grounds to use against you. Maybe they'll claim you never really qualified for ownership. Maybe they'll say the original paperwork was a mistake. Maybe they'll argue that circumstances have changed. Other family members or friends may have been told a different story. They might think you already agreed to this change. They could believe you're okay with losing your rights. The person removing your name has been very careful about who knows what. They control the information everyone else receives. Type protect in the comments now to activate the guidance you need to stop them. They are using several methods to remove your name without your knowledge or consent. Forged signatures on legal documents that make it look like you agreed to give up your rights. backdated paperwork that makes it seem like decisions were made months or years ago, false witness statements from people they've convinced to lie for them. They may have told the lawyer that you moved away and can't be reached, or that you have mental health issues that make you unable to make legal decisions, or that you're too busy with your own life to care about property matters. These lies create legal justification for removing your name without your direct involvement. Courts sometimes allow this when they believe someone cannot or will not participate in legal proceedings. The timeline of their actions shows careful planning. First, they researched your legal rights and found weaknesses. Then, they consulted with multiple lawyers to find one who would help them. Next, they gathered false evidence to support their claims. Now they're in the final stages. Documents are being prepared for filing. Deadlines are being met. Legal requirements are being satisfied through deception. They have been covering their tracks by using different lawyers for different parts of the process, by paying cash for some services, by meeting people away from their normal locations. Phone records would show calls to real estate professionals, lawyers, and court offices. Bank records would reveal payments for legal services you never authorized. Family, members, friends, and neighbors have been given false information about your wishes and involvement. They believe the lies because they have no reason to doubt someone they trust. Watch for sudden changes in how they communicate with you about family business or financial matters. They may become vague when you ask direct questions. They might get defensive or angry when you bring up property topics. Notice if they seem nervous when mail arrives or when the phone rings during your conversations. They could be expecting legal documents or calls from lawyers and don't want you to overhear. Pay attention to their financial behavior. Are they suddenly talking about needing money, making expensive purchases they couldn't afford before, acting like they expect a large payment soon? Look for signs they're avoiding you or limiting your access to family information. Maybe they stop inviting you to family meetings. Perhaps they handle family business without including you like they used to. Check if they've been asking other people questions about your personal life, your plans, or your financial situation. They might be gathering information to use against you in legal proceedings. Notice if they pressure you to sign papers quickly without reading them carefully. They may claim these are routine documents or simple updates that don't really matter. Be alert if they suggest you're too busy or too stressed to worry about boring legal stuff. This could be preparation for claiming you don't want to be involved in property decisions. Watch for them suggesting that property ownership is more trouble than it's worth for someone in your situation. If this information is helping you protect your property rights, you can support this channel with super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us provide detailed legal guidance to people facing property fraud and helps more people learn to protect themselves. Type 777 in the comments now to receive the specific legal steps you need to take immediately. You have stronger legal rights than they want you to believe. Property ownership creates powerful legal protections that cannot be easily removed without your knowledge and consent. Federal and state laws require proper notification before anyone can change property ownership. You must be served legal papers in person or through certified mail. Court hearings cannot happen without giving you a chance to respond. Document everything suspicious immediately. Save text messages, emails, and voicemails that show their deceptive behavior. Take photos of any papers they've asked you to sign. Keep records of conversations where they avoided answering your questions. Contact your county recorder's office to get copies of all current property documents. These official records will show exactly what your legal rights are right now. Request to be notified immediately if anyone tries to file changes to these documents. Property fraud is a serious crime that investigators take very seriously. Law enforcement has special units that focus only on real estate fraud cases. District attorneys prosecute these crimes aggressively because they involve large amounts of money. The person trying to defraud you faces criminal charges including forgery, fraud, and theft. If convicted, they could face years in prison and be required to pay back everything they tried to steal from you. You can file a legal action called a lis pendens that prevents any changes to the property until our case is resolved. This legal tool stops all transfers, sales, or modifications to ownership while protecting your interests. Free legal aid is available for property fraud victims. Many lawyers will take these cases on contingency, meaning you pay nothing unless you win. Legal insurance through employers or organizations often covers property disputes. Type rights in the comments to unlock additional legal strategies. For protecting your property ownership, call your county recorder's office first thing tomorrow morning. Ask to speak with someone about monitoring your property for unauthorized changes. Request immediate notification if anyone attempts to file documents affecting your ownership. Visit the recorder's office in person to examine all current documents. Bring identification and be prepared to pay small fees for official copies. Get certified copies of every document that shows your ownership rights. Contact a real estate attorney immediately. Many offer free consultations for fraud cases. Bring all your documentation and explain the suspicious behavior you've noticed. Don't wait until you see actual legal papers. Set up credit monitoring alerts that will notify you if anyone tries to use your identity for property transactions. These services can catch fraudulent activities before they become finalized. Take photographs of the property and any improvements you've made or paid for. This documentation proves your ongoing involvement and investment in the property. Write down everything you remember about conversations where ownership was discussed. Include dates, locations, and who else was present. These details become important evidence in legal proceedings. Stop signing any papers related to property without having your own lawyer review them first. Even simple documents can contain language that affects your ownership rights. Create a paper trail by sending certified letters asking direct questions about their intentions regarding the property. Their responses or lack of responses become legal evidence. Keep all original documents in a safe place they cannot access. Make copies for daily use, but protect the originals in a bank safety deposit box or secure location. Support this channel with super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more to help us create more detailed legal guidance content. Your contributions help us research complex property laws and provide step-by-step protection strategies that could save viewers thousands of dollars in legal fees and lost property value. Type 999 now to receive advanced protection strategies for securing your legal position against property fraud. Every day you delay action makes their fraud easier to complete. Legal deadlines are approaching whether you know about them or not. Court dates may be scheduled without your knowledge. If you wait until you receive official legal papers, you'll be responding to their timeline instead of controlling your own. By then, they've already presented their version of events to lawyers and courts. Their desperation for money is growing stronger, which makes them more dangerous. Desperate people take bigger risks and tell bigger lies. They may escalate their deception to more serious criminal acts. Other people in similar situations have lost everything because they trusted too long. They believed family members or friends would never truly hurt them. They learned too late that money changes people in terrible ways. The point of no return is closer than you think. Once fraudulent documents are filed and accepted by the court system, proving fraud becomes much more expensive and time-consuming. You still have the advantage right now because you know what they're planning. This knowledge gives you power to stop them before they succeed. Tomorrow, that advantage may be gone. Their confidence is growing because they think you haven't noticed their activities. They believe their plan is working perfectly. This overconfidence will be their downfall if you act now. The choice is simple. Take action today or lose everything tomorrow. There is no middle ground with property fraud. Type secure in the comments right now to activate the final level of protection. For your property rights and legal position, you now have the knowledge to protect yourself and stop their fraud before it succeeds. The law is on your side when you know how to use it properly. Property ownership rights are among the strongest legal protections in our system. Courts take property fraud very seriously and will act quickly to protect legitimate owners who come forward with evidence. You have more power in this situation than they want you to realize. Your legal rights are real and enforceable. Professional help is available and affordable. Taking action immediately puts you in control of the situation. You become the one making decisions about timing and strategy instead of reacting to their moves. The person trying to defraud you is counting on your fear and confusion. But now you have clarity and direction. You know what to do and how to do it. Type protected to confirm you're ready to secure your property rights and stop their fraudulent scheme completely.